My brain's like not keeping up. I'm like, what?
Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog, which is a very, very exciting one. I've got a lady called Calli coming over. She is a veterinary physio. Veterinary physio? Yeah, I've said it right. I was just reading it so that I wouldn't say it wrong. And I'm so excited to work with her. I messaged her a couple of weeks ago. She just seems like one of those people who are very along the same lines as me and is a bit obsessed with knowing how horses work and the best ways to help them and get their bodies going in the best possible way and all that stuff. So I just love connecting with people like that. And we decided to make a vlog today so we can share it with you. Originally we were going to look at Wilf, but we're actually going to look at FJ, which is going to be super interesting. There's a few things that he does in his body that I'd love to know why. One of them is he really wants to fall through the right shoulder on the left rein. Through Groundwork, we have developed more of an understanding of it, but it would be really nice to have another person's input. So what I'm actually going to do is get the Pivo out and film me showing her the groundwork with him, and then hopefully it'll work and we'll both have a AirPod in, and we can talk about what we're seeing. And then we can film the treatment on him. The other really exciting thing that's happening, which I'm not filming, is today I'm having a lesson with Tristan Tucker, online lesson. So excited, so nervous. They're 40 minutes long, which I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get everything across in that time. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not filming it because I think some things are quite sacred, and that is very sacred to me, that I just do that quietly by myself. I don't think you need to bring the cameras into everything, which is funny for someone who vlogs to say, but that is what I'm learning. You don't have to film everything. And obviously I'll share what I learn from him. So I'm like quite jittery today and like, and I think when I'm nervous I talk more. So very talkative. So hopefully I won't be away with the fairies when Calli comes, but she's coming in an hour and a bit. I've already worked Rufus and he was really good. We've been doing hill work with him on the long lines, just with my normal physio, Amy. Treated him the other day and she was saying like he just needs to push a little bit more off the hind legs. So rather than doing so much circling in the groundwork and turning of the hind legs, we're just now getting more of a push. Which again, it's just this way you have to be so adaptable when training horses to listening to their bodies and what they need, and not being fixed in what you think they should be doing, but listening to what they need. So he's doing a lot of hacking at the moment, and a lot of hill work on the long lines, pole work. Still obviously wanting to keep the suppleness, but realising that he needs to have the strength to push round on a circle. So that's it. I'll stop talking. I'm going to eat my orange, which is here, and I'm going to brush my hair because it's the reason it's pinned back in a bun at the moment is because it's so knotty and messy. But that's what we're doing, guys. So the next clip will probably be when she arrives.
No, I'm sorry, Bun. I wake you up.
They've started living out again overnight, Rufus and FJ, and they're very sleepy in the day. So I came to... Would you like gone to sleep? I came to come and sit with him, and then I was like, I'll just film a bit of the vlog, and then he got up. I must have disturbed him with the camera noise. I'm so used to just balancing it in random poses.
That's pretty good though. That's definitely.
Can you come outside slightly out of the window because it just the light's really bad.
Can we come on this side?
Yeah. So guys, Calli is here.
Hello.
And we've just been chatting already. I knew this would happen before we even got the camera up. Chatting about FJ. And like I said, we're going to talk you through what we're doing and what we're finding, especially when we look at the groundwork, because I think that'll be really interesting. But yeah, you just said you were going to look at him first before doing that. So
Yes.
should we go for it?
Yeah, basically I'll just give him a little feel all over. So I palpate, I go from the head all the way around. Feel through all the muscles, all the joints. Oh, good boy. He's such a sweet boy.
I know, he's like, I know how to let go.
It's I'm going to do this already.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go through, we'll have a little feel for everything, and then I'll kind of say what I'm feeling already. So I'm feeling through all the muscles of the pole. He's already trying to, bless him. You taught him really well. He's got quite a lot of tension up through here. Where he's got a lot of tension is round through the atlas. So this is the first cervical vertebrae.
Yeah.
So essentially when they felt blocked in their head and neck, they'll shorten here and they'll bring their head and neck in here. And then to stop this like rotational movement, so when you're in the contact really well, you'll feel like they're kind of like bouncing on, they've got them on each way, but where he's kind of blocked, he's blocked through the rotation here. So he's like a lot of tension up through here. It's going all the way up to this point here on the top of his skull. So on this point of the cranium, he's such a sweet boy. He's actually got a very prominent one.
Oh, really?
And essentially this is where you have the insertion point for a lot of like muscles in the neck, insertion point for the nuchal ligament, loads.
Yeah.
So this is where if they're going to build up stress and strain, it's going to be across through here. I don't have anything in my pockets.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. You can try. So here's like he's definitely showing me that here's an area.
Yeah.
Then just feeding through the front part of his face. So you've got two muscles here, the temporalis muscles.
Yeah.
He's got a lot more tension through the left side than the right.
Yeah.
And essentially it's like having a bit of a tension headache. So where he's probably held a lot of cranial tension, it's kind of referred a little bit forwards. So what I'll also do is look at the front of his face as well. So he's fairly symmetrical. He's got a slight head tilt going this way. He's showing me even more.
Yeah.
And that would make sense because he's just trying to move away from the area of tension that's up through here.
Yeah.
He's very aware of the tension in his body. So like this is definitely something that you've done really well with him, is that he's not afraid of the tension anymore. I feel like he knows it's there, he just doesn't understand it. So now I'm just going to go around and feel through the jaw joints. Good boy. He's like, good boy. So he's got a lot of tension running through here. So this is the facial crest bone, and it's where this large muscle here is called the masseter, and this is really responsible for when the horse like chews their food. But equally, if they block for any contact or anything, that's where they'll find the tension.
Can really be very blocked in the rein.
Yeah.
Especially downwards transitions. He just runs.
And there's that on both reins or one rein in particular.
I'd say both.
Both, yeah.
Maybe it's worse on one rein than the other, but not noticeably.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so up through here, definitely, where the masseter's inserting on the facial crest bone, even like then coming near it, he's like walking away.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that he's like, he's like controlling where my hand's going in that situation. He's a sweet boy, aren't you? Okay, so now I'm going to look through the hyoid. If you want to keep the tongue inside the mouth.
I love how we're only on the head and it's like...
You've already started.
Yeah.
Good boy. So let's have a little feel through this side, sweetheart. Good boy.
So how long is the video? Oh, it's 5 hours.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Just working through his body.
This is going to be on the head, probably going to be about 3.5 hours. Okay, so actually you can really see the head tilt now when you have a look at where his two sort of like cheekbones are.
Yeah.
But it's exaggerated because I think he's trying to guard himself to me. But yeah, so the two masseters are actually like quite different in their positioning. If you come and have a look at him from behind, you'll probably see that this one's a little bit further back.
Oh yeah.
Quite a bit further back. And then what's also happening is that his tongue is being shunted towards the left. So this is again why he's probably shortened up through this side. He'll probably be a little bit more reactive through this, he is, through this jaw joint through here. Just because then, I know you're telling me it's okay, good boy. He's very good at saying, but he doesn't show it in his body. He holds it a lot mentally.
Yeah.
Good boy. Okay, so now let's have a little look through how this is being referred down. So yeah, the tension that's going through his neck, the muscles, you're doing a really good job sort of like taking away those negative muscles. But where he's struggling is just, I bet he's quite good boy. He's quite blocked through the base through here. So this is the brachiocephalic muscle, it runs all the way down. And then where he's also blocked is through the rhomboid muscle. So this is the one that sits like up here.
Yeah.
It attaches on the top of the scapula, and it's basically responsible for elevating the shoulders. And where he's just gotten a little bit compressed, he's kind of like drop the shoulders out, and then it feels like you kind of, that's when the shoulder joints come in, and then, I know, I'm talking about your body.
And you get fat compressed legs together.
Exactly,
kind of feeling.
exactly. And I mean, he's not completely square, but we'll have a look at him square and things, but you can just see, again, the tension he's got through the pectorals are quite close to the sternum. So the middle part's quite nice, this part you see is left moving a bit more, and then this part I'm having to like move over a lot. I know, you're a very good boy. So we'll just compare each side. Good boy. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of tension just around the sternum point. So he's obviously kind of like rocked, use the sternum as a bit of like a fulcrum and just like pivoting around that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then moving back over the shoulder. By the way, I'm going to sound like I'm like tearing him to shreds, don't worry.
No,
but I'm like go through each muscle. So yes, so looking over the top of the shoulder, we can see, actually if you turn a little bit, you might be able to see a little bit more on the boy. That's it, such a clever boy. So you can see you kind of got this like little like ridges going on like through here.
Yeah.
This is where you have a nerve pathway going over the top, and this is the spine of the scapula. So when you have horses that are well developed, you'll normally see that this area starts to fill. You won't see that sort of spine. When they've got that tension that you're describing, feeling just like a bit narrow, a bit blocked in front, they'll sort of shorten up, they'll get this dip through here and essentially kind of compress here. So then sometimes you'll find you can get them really nice and forward, but you can't get this movement. And then they can't, because they can't do that, they haven't got the space for the hind leg to come under. So then you feel like you're constantly going, hind leg, come on, come on, come on. But then the shoulder's not in the kind of in the way. So that's definitely an area for him. This area isn't too bad, to be fair. It's like, it's fairly soft.
That was bad before.
I can imagine
I remember
it was.
Amy saying that was bad, and then she said it's got better. Okay. So I don't know.
I think you're probably. I can imagine you've shifted a lot of weight off beforehand, so you're probably you've got this residual tension left. But yeah, really good boy. Right, so let's just move a little bit further back. Already, as I'm going through here, you can start to see him fasciculate and. Good boy.
Yes, he used to be very twitchy.
Yeah, good boy. He's looking at you. He's a good boy. Just go gently. So with back tension, it's really important to kind of ascertain where the tension is, because you can say, oh yeah, they've got sore back. But with him, what I'm feeling, his tension is very close to spinal column. So this is again about his whole like bracing thing. So the tension isn't necessarily because you've got like saddle that's not right or anything like that. It's purely like postural. And it's superficially really soft. So with all the groundwork, everything's been really, really beneficial. So because superficially you can run your hand on and go, actually, that's so soft. Then if I were to go that little bit deeper, you start heating like those little areas of tension. And then where he's also tense is going into the hip flexor, sort of iliopsoas group. That is quite tense. And and that's again where they feel like they can't come up through the shoulder area. So they rotate their pelvis forwards. And that's again where you feel like especially blocked in the canter, because he's already in that position to extend out back. He's never in that position to rotate and then come under, and then you feel like then I've got him. And if you have poison last like that long, because you're kind of battling against that sort of muscle tension area. Okay, so then I'm going to go up and check all through his ribs. So this is giving me an indication really of how the intercostal muscles are. And I should be able to fit a finger like nicely through the middle of each rib cage, and they're not too bad, to be honest. They've got like, I can fit my finger in there, it's just not going very deep.
Yeah, okay.
So you've definitely got the tension through there.
Yeah, you did very well.
Good boy. Yeah, he's got a bit, so this tension that's in through here in the armpit, he's like, right, Calli, I'm going to move you out of that area.
Yeah.
Good boy. So the tension that's up into the armpit, that's coming from all the pectoral muscles in the front.
Yeah.
So that's again from where he's just a bit compressed through there. Good boy. Let's have a little feel for your glutes. Good boy. So that he's got a really nice like shape here. He's really like, he's genuinely like really well put together. Just got a bit of tension through there. There's nothing sort of horrific.
What I have noticed, he's got big muscle here.
Yes.
Bigger than I've seen on the other horses.
If you walk him forward a little bit, I'll just compare. Come here. Good boy. That's it. And then push him one step back so he's square behind. Or square-ish. Come on. Come on. Very good boy. He does find it a bit difficult, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Definitely.
Good boy, well done. Yeah, because when he goes to stand square, he'll kind of do the thing of like, yeah, I'll stand there for a minute, and almost a little bit uncomfortable, and then he feels a little bit unbalanced, and he goes, okay, just to balance myself, I'll just go like that then. So yeah, let me have a little feel through here. Good boy. So he's got a fair amount of tension through the inside hamstring group. Again, so like basically all the medial muscles are just kind of shrinking him in. And that would explain again through this is quite an overdeveloped muscle.
Yeah.
And essentially that's because he hasn't, wherever he's got this tension through the inside of his sort of like the hamstring area, that's normally where they're a bit weaker through their stifles. Yeah. So he's been coming out through his stifles like that.
I'd definitely say we noticed, because when we get on him, he almost falls away. And then it's been worse as we've let like mental tensions let go. It's almost been more obvious. So he almost falls away, and then he kind of walks off a bit like...
Yeah, like peg leg kind of thing. Yes. Yeah, so he's definitely been compensating there, because you can see he's probably bringing everything in and then stepping. So the stifle and the hock work together. So when the stifle flexes, the hock flexes. Where the stifle has been impeded, he's having to use this muscle here to flex the hock. So then he's getting his hock flexion, using the inside muscle to bring the stifle around, and then that means again, how are you ever going to get that hind leg underneath you straight to then push off and up, because then he's blocked there as well. So he's everywhere he meets, he's having to meet an area of blockage. Let's have a little look through his sacroiliac on this side. Oh yeah, not a lot of movement. Good boy. Yeah, so when he does put it into extension, he then starts spasming through his back. Yeah. So he's obviously blocked through there. Yeah. Good boy. You're so clever, aren't you? Right. Aren't you going to come and have a look at this side?
Look at this.
So, shall I just show you I'll show you through the like normal patterns what I do. Good boy. So, backing up used to be really bad, and that's much better now. Not quite straight, I think it's where he's a bit distracted, but that's not so bad now. He kind of releases into it, and before it was terrible. Hind leg turning, shoulder turning, gets better. Like this is actually pretty good. You see like how he can reach with that outside front leg quite well, but now how he kind of positions himself a little bit twisty. But this way is definitely the bad. Actually, it's much better than it was, but he wants to come a little... That's better. Yeah, there. Yeah. 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 Yeah, he does. Yeah. So like I tend to find the first little trot and stuff, he's like, I don't want to go, and then we always say we give him this 10 minutes when he has a rider on of this awfully little like trot, and then it's like he gets into it. But if we rush that, he gets really upset. So yeah, you can see the shoulder with that, and then I got a whip out here. Hold on, let me see. You stay there. Well, you'll probably follow me. Moving the hind legs this way is better, but it's still not good. And considering how much he does this, yeah. Yes. Yeah, and that's what you'll see when I put him out on the left. That is through and through what he does. Whereas the right, I know, darling, we're doing it a little bit of a different way today. Yeah, Mum. The right, I feel It's so much more delayed through the right hind, but the neck's better. Yeah. Do you mean in the hind leg? Do you mean in the hind leg? Also, I'm kind of. So he waits till he's loaded where? Till he moves the right hind? You'll kind of shift the weight over and then bring the leg. And that's why when I quicken it, because at the moment I'm purposely making him do it a bit how he wants to. When I quicken it, he a little bit, whoa, falls over. Okay. Just wait. I know. Then he's like, yeah, can I bring the leg up? Then you can see how much he then Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this is what I found really difficult. So with the other ones I've had that don't engage, you teach them like energy. They're like, wow, I found it. Whereas he's the only horse that I can't. Because what I've been practicing with with Leo, is we kind of leave and then I come round and I'm like, whoosh, and he goes like, yeah. And he gets really good from it, whereas he's the only one that gets bad from it. But it must be I'm holding myself. Yeah. And it's kind of, I think this is where people get frustrated. You see how slow he has to do things? If I get annoyed at him and make him speed up, he shuts down. Whereas if I actually spend 45 minutes doing groundwork, he gets quick at it, but it takes a long time. Yeah. Yeah. My brain's not keeping up. I'm like, what?